Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So we're actually going to be doing some maintenance on the truck tonight. Now what we're actually doing is a spark plug change. Now my truck is at 63,000 miles. I am the second owner, so I'm not sure actually when the spark plugs were changed last. So it's good practice, obviously, when you pick up a new car or a new used car to you, is to kind of do all the maintenance stuff. I have a history of the truck, but again, who knows? Spark plugs are relatively cheap. So it's one of those things that I always do anytime I get a used car. People recommend doing spark plug changes on the 3.5 Ecoboost motor every 60,000 miles. Obviously, you can do them much sooner. Most people say don't go over 60. So I definitely want to get this done. Now I'm kind of doing like a full overhaul of the spark plugs. Obviously I'm getting new spark plugs. They also recommend changing the boots on the actual cooler packs. So I'm replacing those. I'm also using some dielectric grease from Permatex. Great stuff. You put it on both sides of the actual little boot here. So on the coil pack side and then on the spark plug side. It's going to help get a good connection. It's going to also help with corrosion and damage over time, so it's a good practice just to throw a little bit of dielectric grease on the spark plugs on the little boots here for the coil pack. So it's a relatively easy change. Now, if you guys know, if you own a Subaru or you own an EJ motor, you know doing these spark plugs on these cars is a pain in the butt since the actual spark plugs are on the side of the motor as opposed to being on top. Major pain in the butt, very easy to do, even though there's only 4 spark plugs. Not the funnest job, but on an F150 3.5 Ecoboost, very, very easy. It's all on top. So let's go ahead, let's pull the Telluride out, get the truck in here, and start on the spark plugs. All right, guys, so we are all set up. So we're going to be obviously working in engine bay right here. It's a little difficult just because the truck is so large, so I recommend having some type of step ladder. I'm going to put a towel over here since I'm going to be leaning over as well, and also it's wet. But first thing we're actually going to do is actually remove the oil cap right here. Once we remove the oil cap, we're going to remove the cover, so you're going to pull up and then towards you, and it'll come right out. All right, so now we have access to the coil packs. You can see them all, 1, 2, and 3. There's just a small 8mm bolt holding the coil pack on right there on each of them. We're going to undo that. We're also going to undo this clip on each of them. So we're going to pull this red tab back. You can use a screwdriver or just use your nail, pop it back, and then we can pull the plug off. Then once we have that, we can wiggle out the coil packs, get the spark plugs out. Very, very simple. One thing I recommend doing before you actually start pulling everything off is if your engine is a little dusty, a little dirty like this, take an air compressor, blow everything off just to make sure none of this dirt or dust or whatever may be on here falls into the actual spark plug holes. So I'm going to do that first, spray it off, make sure it's nice and clean, and then we can get to removing the coil packs and then the spark plugs. All right, so we got all 3 coil packs off on this side. Now we're going to take our 5/8 spark plug socket, go in there and loosen them up. I'm going to do one at a time. I don't want to leave everything open. So I'm going to start with this cylinder right here. So not too bad. These probably have about 30,000 miles on them or so. Definitely used, but it looks normal for a used spark plug. Now let's compare it to a brand new one so you guys can see. That is what we're looking at. Much nicer. And obviously the tip, you can see it's definitely worn down compared to the brand new one. So here is the part number for the spark plugs. If you guys are interested, I'm going to leave all this in the links below, but there it is in case you need it. Now I'm going to measure the gap. Supposedly they're already pre-gapped for the motor. Let's check 0.03. That one's tight. Looks like it is a little tight fit. It does barely fit. Now let's go down to 0.028. Yeah, that one fits a little bit better. So be really careful when you're checking. You don't want to break the tip. It's probably anywhere from 0.03 to 0.029. So we are good to go. I believe stock, they say it's 0.30 or something like that. But either way, I'm cool with that. It's not crazy out of spec. So let's go ahead. Let's get this coil pack ready, and then we can throw this one in. So what we actually want to do is take off this boot. Okay, so we got the boot off. And what we're going to do is take one of the brand new boots. There is the part number. You can see there's a side with the spring, and this side is a little bit skinnier. This is the spark plug side. This is the coil pack side. We're going to take some dielectric grease and put it on both ends of the little boot. You obviously don't want to overdo it. You just want to put a little bit, and a little bit on this side, just like that. Pop it back on the coil. And don't worry about this side. Once we put the spark plug in, it'll get pushed down into place. So we got our new spark plug. So let's go ahead and put the spark plug back in. You don't want to over tighten these. You want to do them nice and snug, nothing crazy. I'll put the torque spec on the screen for you guys just so you know. And then we can pop the coil pack in, put the little 8mm bolt in, and we're set. All right, so the spark plug is down in there. Now we can take our fresh coil pack with the new boot and dielectric grease and just pop it right back in. Now I'm gonna put my little 8mm bolt in so I know this one is complete. All right, so that one's done. Obviously I gotta plug it in, but I'll do that once I'm done with the other two. And then we can move on to the driver's side. Got everything done on this side. Changed all the spark plugs, dielectric grease, plugged everything back in, tightened it all down, so we are good there. So now we're going to move over to the driver's side, which is not necessarily more difficult, but there's more stuff in the way. So there's this little foam box that just pops up so you can get access to the back two coils. Otherwise, the other one is right there. So same exact thing. Let's get this knocked out and we can finish this job up. All right guys, so I got everything installed, all back, everything is good. So let's take a quick look at these plugs that were in there. Nothing seems abnormal. They're all pretty even. So I'm happy with that. There was nothing that really jumped out at me. The boots looked good, but it's always good to replace them as I mentioned. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is to start the truck to make sure everything's okay. So what we're gonna do is close the hood. I'm gonna use my new fancy remote start. Perfect. Started nice and smooth, nice and clean. All right, guys, so that wraps this video up. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used or how to do it, be sure to ask them in the comments below. I'll put everything that I used in the description. So if you are interested in doing a spark plug change on your 3.5 Ecoboost in your F150, any 3.5 Ecoboost for that matter, I'll leave everything below for you guys so you can knock out the job. Very, very easy. Honestly, that took probably about 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so, and that was taking my time. And obviously filming and everything and getting all the shots. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Next up, we're moving back to the STI, getting some things done on that. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions at all, ask them in the comments below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.